demo of a practice called Abhyanga. Abhyanga is a classical form of self-care and healing in the system of Ayurveda. It's based on the understanding of digestion, and that digestion is happening on our physical level, emotional level, mental level, and spiritual level. And everything that we ingest through those different expressions of our body, those different openings, has to pass through and become our body. So this process of Abhyanga, which is self-massage using oil, is one way of not only nourishing our tissues, deliberately applying something super nutritive, hydrating, emollient to our physical body to ensure healthy flow and tone of our tissue, but also it's a way of creating a kind of grounding in the physical body. So oil, as we know, you apply it to things to increase movement, to lubricate, to moisten, and it does that on every level of our being, from the outermost surface to the innermost surface. This allows things to move through that are meant to move through with relative ease, and it also has, it assists in holding and soaking in, so that which is nutritive to us will be held. And it really is a way of giving loving touch to our body. That's also part of the process that enables your body's normal, healthy function of good boundaries, knowing what needs to stay in and what needs to stay out. I always feel after I do an Abhyanga like it's a force field around me, and certainly after giving birth in those, well, still, I'm a year postpartum, it still feels like a reminder of just where my physical boundaries are, and I really take comfort in that. So we'll go through this process together in an expedited fashion. You'll do this on your own, but a couple things that you will need. You'll definitely need a towel that's kind of junky. You're gonna get some oil on it. You'll obviously be naked when you do this. I'm not gonna do that part with you. You will be showering after this. So my recommendation is you give yourself at least 20 minutes for Abhyanga, so you have time to apply the oil. Maybe this is even when you indulge yourself in 5 minutes of quiet or breath work, meditation, listening to your favorite song, and then you'll shower, and whatever oil is not gonna stay on your body will get rinsed away. You're going to need a plastic squeeze bottle of some high quality organic oil. My preferences are sesame or almond. Sesame is fairly strong in smell. Almond is much more mild, and it still has this nice warming effect. You can also use sunflower oil as long as you can get organic, and literally just in the grocery store. As long as it's organic, it can go on your skin. I have this cool little camping cup that I like a lot, so I fill this with hot water and then put my bottle of oil in there so that the oil is warm. If it's warm, it will absorb more easily into your pores. I have in the past just like filled the sink with some hot water, and that can work. It's a little cumbersome. This is nice because it's someplace to set your oil without kind of getting oil all over the inside of your sink. You're gonna make a little bit of a mess with this. You can use the edge of your tub if you have a tub in your bathroom, or even your toilet. You might want an extra towel to put down. Using my chair, I'm gonna move my towel from underneath my body to the chair just to sit when I do my lower legs, and I'll show you all of that. So there is a process. When you do Abhyanga, it is also stabilizing for the nervous system. Touch can be a very therapeutic modality. It can bring grounding and stability to our nervous system when the touch is loving and deliberate, and that's what's welcome. So you are doing this for yourself. Abhyanga can be done by someone else. You could invite a partner into this process if that felt like what you wanted, if that felt like a really nice way to engage Side note, it's a great way to practice communication of what you like and what you don't like, how you do want to be touched. So maybe you do a partnered Abhyanga. Just make sure there's lots of towels down. And when you use the oil, you're going to apply copious amounts. So it's another reason why I like certain oils more than others. They're a bit more affordable. So once you have your oil warmed, the squeeze bottle is really nice because you just take the spout, you put the bottle over your head, give a couple generous douses of oil there, and then just like you're shampooing your hair, but like maybe like somebody else is doing it, you know how they really take their time, and massage the oil into your scalp. Here's a great opportunity to close your eyes and pay attention to sensation and be your own best lover. Give yourself exactly the quality of touch, the stroke, the tension, the pressure that you like. Maybe you like to drag your thumbs up the base of your skull, draw circles. You get to decide, and it really is about the scalp. You don't need to worry about the rest of your hair, although if you want to kind of run your fingers through the full length of your hair and then clip it up if you have long hair, it's going to be a bit of a mess. And take some oil, and you can put it in your hand directly now or a couple drops on your face. And start with your forehead and your temples. I use my fingertips and make circles. Again, I'm letting pleasure really guide me how to touch, but circles are a great way to increase circulation. And once you get around your neck and throat especially, these are things we want to think about creating movement, lymph drainage. So your cheeks, this kind of more flat area of your face, you can use your palms and make big circles, make little crescent moon shapes over the curve of your chin. Still feeling for pleasure here. And then after you've done your face, hopefully you'll spend a little more time than I am currently. You're just going to squeeze some oil down the arms and just like, pretty quickly rub it in. Right now I'm just oiling my body. So these are not the massage strokes. You just want to get oil on your body, and the longer it can stay on your skin, the better. So that's part of this. Trying to maximize. You'll put some on your belly, drip it down your back, maybe lean forward a little bit so it doesn't just drop off your butt, and rub it in enough so that it's not dripping off of you. And then some down each leg. And then we come to the actual massage. So with your throat, just really soft, bottom to top. And then you can go just kind of like pulling across, or with one hand, just kind of like a horizontal motion back and forth. And then on the back of your neck. And this obviously can apply a little more pressure, as much as you like, without trying to overstimulate yourself. And then side to side. Rub on round joints in round motion, and on long bones, long motion. So my elbows are round joints, forearms, long bones. And then you can just sort of be indulgent with sensation with your hands especially. So notice I'm going from the top down. I'm going from the top of my arm and down. And really take your time with this. That in and of itself is a practice. You might notice kind of this getting stuff done, getting through to the end of it. And here's a great opportunity for you to feel your feet on the ground. Exhale. And maybe bring a little bit of movement in if that helps you get kind of quieter or more sensual. Sometimes a little movement like that added in can help me ground, because I particularly like music and rhythm. That helps me get in my body. Now with chest, You want to massage around the breasts. You don't need to focus on the nipples much. Just going in round circle motions around the breasts. And notice how these are pretty big motions, so that's getting my chest as well. Good. And then on the abdomen, your colon goes from the right to the left. So it's nice to make that direction, to follow that direction for your circles. And just applying as much pressure as feels good. If you are a little constipated, you can just use the heel of your hand a little more deliberately and just kind of rub more across the waistband of your belly and down. Good. And don't forget your back. You can do that kind of awkward reach. Here's where it's nice to have a friend or a partner. But just get some motion around the shoulder blades. Some motion around the shoulder blades. And then long strokes down the back. You know, those long muscles that carry our babies. Give them some love. And then when we get to the pelvis, this I really like as a postpartum person. Give your pelvis some extra time and touch and feel. Grab your flesh. I think this is important. Go with those round joints, circle motion, and also like big muscles here in the glutes. Acknowledge your body with this practice. Acknowledge all of it. Here's an opportunity to come into reality, the present moment, with your actual physical self and know your shape, right? Touch your own contours. And if we do this practice in just kind of a perfunctory way, there's still tremendous benefit to it. It's still nourishing your tissues. You're still making conscious contact with your body. But if you can bring even more consciousness to it, like watch your hands touch your body. Notice how your flesh moves. Notice how your skin color changes after some friction. Notice, particularly in areas of your body that feel really good, like get to know that shape and curve and coloration. Just my own little pitch for loving yourself. So I'm gonna sit. If I were soaked in oil, I would put this towel down. So whether you're using bathtub or not, you don't want to slip. And we're gonna do the legs. So same principle here, long bones, long strokes. And make sure you go all the way around your thighs. And here's where it might be particularly important for you to give some conscious contact without allowing your mind to run away with your laundry list of what's not right about your body. I love massaging my knees, and it gives me a moment to reckon with how kind of out of touch I am with certain parts of my body. Like, wow, my knees don't really feel very nourished. And then you can kind of incorporate a stretch here for the hips. I like doing that if I'm gonna sit. Generally I stand for the whole thing, but that also allows you to get a little bit deeper into the calves. Mine love to be touched, maybe yours do too. And also the ankles and the feet. So we are all short on time, working with limited time. Make time for what your body is telling you you need, right? So is it your heart, your breast, your belly? Is it your head? Does that scalp massage really do something for you? Is it your lower legs and your feet? Particularly if you're a very active person with a lot going on and maybe even experiencing anxiety more often than not, or more often than you would like, dedicate some extra time to your feet. And this can be a supplement. You can do this full body Abhyanga in the morning before your shower, or whatever time of day you're able to shower. And then before you get into bed, rub some essential oil into the soles of your feet. And that's a great partner practice. So I'm just going to keep touching my foot here for a moment because I am really wanting this. You can post comments about whether or not this was helpful, useful, if anything was unclear. And I really encourage you to find time, create time for this practice at least once a week. In the fall season, when the air is drier, things are drying out, leaves are falling to the ground, the atmosphere is thinner, it is considered a more etheric season, meaning less grounding, less substance, and can create more of a feeling of franticness in the body or ungroundedness, even constipation and dryness. So maybe every day during the fall season, if you can manage that. The most important part of this is that you feel nourished by it. So if I'm short on time, I'll often just massage my breasts and my abdomen with oil. And even sometimes adding a little essential oil to the oil itself, if it's not already scented, can be a kind of reminder throughout the day that I have taken action, taken care of my body. So I hope this was helpful to you. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.